Hello everyone, I'm Raza. Welcome to my Growth Reset podcast number 2. Today we are going to talk about business branding for small business owners. To understand how you can use business branding in your business, we are going to have a sample interview with Ramit, a florist. Ramit worked in a corporate job, but today he is running his own flower shop successfully. Let's meet Ramit and see what he shares with us. Welcome to Growth Reset Podcast today. We have Ramit, the owner of Blooming Days Flower Shop, who's here to share his story with us. Hi Ramit, how are you doing today?
Hi there, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Ramit, could you tell us a bit more about yourself and your life outside of running Blooming Days?
Sure. I grew up in a small town and have always had love for flowers and nature. After graduating from college, I worked in a corporate job for a few years, but always knew that I wanted to start my own business someday. When I started Blooming Days a few years ago, it was a bit of a leap of faith. I had some savings and a passion for flowers, but I didn't have any formal training in floral design or business. It was a steep learning curve, but I was determined to make it work. Oh, yeah. Outside of running Blooming Days, I love spending time outdoors and staying active. I enjoy hiking and going on nature walks, which I find to be a great source of inspiration for my floral arrangement. Oh, yeah. I also enjoy spending time with my friends and family and trying out new restaurants and cafes in the city. Oh, well, overall, running Blooming Days has been a fulfilling and rewarding experience for me. It has allowed me to combine my passion for flowers with my entrepreneurial spirit, and well, sure, I'm grateful for the opportunity to serve my customers and make their special occasions even more memorable with my flower arrangements.
Great. Could you tell us a little bit about your journey as a small business owner?
Well, I started my flower shop a few years ago and struggled to attract new customers. I tried various marketing tactics, but nothing seemed to work. Then I realized I had been neglecting my branding.
Ramit, could you tell us a bit more about the marketing tactics you tried that didn't seem to work and what you did to overcome this challenge?
Sure. When I first started my flower shop, I tried various marketing tactics to attract new customers. I ran ads in the local newspaper, distributed flyers around the neighborhood, and even offered discounts to first time customers. However, despite all these efforts, I wasn't seeing the results I wanted. It was then that I realized that my branding was the issue. My logo and website didn't really reflect the personality of my business, and this was making it difficult for me to stand out from my competition. So I decided to focus on my branding and revamp my visual identity.
Interesting. How did you go about revamping your branding?
I started by defining my brand identity. You see, I thought about what sets my flower shop apart from my competition and what values I wanted my business to represent. I realized that my flower shop was all about personalization, quality, and creativity. That's great. What did you do next? I worked on developing a visual brand identity. Yes, I created a new logo and color palette that reflected the personality of my business. I also made sure to use these elements consistently across all my marketing channels. Ramit, could you tell us a bit more about how you used your branding consistently across all your marketing channels? Sure. When I say I used my branding consistently across all my marketing channels, I mean that I made sure my logo, color palette, and messaging were consistent on all my marketing materials. This included my website, social media accounts, business cards, flyers, and any other marketing collateral. For example, I use the same color scheme and fonts on my website, social media posts, and flyers. I also made sure my logo was prominently displayed on all my marketing materials. This consistency helped to reinforce my brand identity and made it easier for customers to recognize my business across different marketing channels. Additionally, I made sure that the tone and messaging in my marketing materials were consistent with the values and personality of my brand. This helped to create a cohesive brand experience for customers and help to build trust and loyalty. Okay, and then I focused on my customer experience. I trained my staff to provide excellent customer service and made sure my shop was always clean and inviting. I also started offering personalized floral arrangements, which became a hit with my customers. That was wonderful. Hmm. Ramit, could you also elaborate on how you focused on your customer experience? Absolutely. I believe that providing excellent customer experience is key to building a successful business. Here are some of the things I did to focus on my customer experience. Firstly, I made sure my staff was well trained in customer service. This involved providing them with the tools and resources they needed to handle customer queries and complaints efficiently and effectively. Secondly, I made sure my shop was always clean, organized, and welcoming. I wanted my customers to feel comfortable and relaxed when they visited my shop. And thirdly, I started offering personalized floral arrangements. This allowed me to connect with my customers on a deeper level and create arrangements that were tailored to their individual tastes and preferences. Finally, I made it a point to listen to my customers and their feedback, very important. I wanted to know what they liked and what they didn't like about my shop so I could make improvements where necessary. By focusing on my customer experience, I was able to create a positive reputation for my business and build a loyal customer base.
I truly believe that investing in your customer experience is one of the most important things you can do as a small business owner. Well, it sounds like you put a lot of effort into your branding. Did it pay off? Absolutely. I started using social media to promote my business. I posted pictures of my beautiful floral arrangements and interacted with my followers to build a community around my brand. The result was that my business started to flourish. I attracted new customers who appreciated my personalized approach and high quality products. My existing customers also became more loyal and started recommending my business to their friends and family. Ramit, could you tell us a bit more about how you attracted new customers with your personalized approach? Sure. One of the things that set my flower shop apart from my competition was my personalized approach. I made it a point to get to know my customers and their preferences. Here are some of the things I did to attract new customers with my personalized approach. You see, firstly, I asked my customers questions about what they were looking for in a floral arrangement. I would ask about their favorite flowers, colors, and styles to get a better sense of their preferences. Secondly, I would show them different options and make recommendations based on their preferences. I wanted my customers to feel like they were getting a unique and personalized experience. Thirdly, I offered a range of different customization options. This included everything from adding special messages or personal touches to creating entirely custom arrangements based on a specific theme or occasion. And finally, I made it a point to follow up with my customers after their purchase to see how they liked their arrangement and to ask for feedback. You see, this allowed me to further personalize their experience and build a stronger relationship with them. By offering this personalized approach, I was able to stand out from my competition and attract new customers who appreciated the unique and customized experience I provided. That's amazing. That's amazing, Ramit. What advice would you give to other small business owners who might be struggling with their branding? My advice would be to remember that branding is essential for small businesses. By defining your brand identity, developing a visual brand identity, focusing on customer experience, and using social media, you can attract new customers and build a strong, loyal customer base. Your branding should reflect the personality of your business and what sets it apart from your competition. That's great. Thanks for coming on the show, man, and sharing your life journey with all of us. My pleasure. Great talking to you, Raza. So that was Ramit,
who talked about his struggling small business and how he used business branding tactics to become profitable. Hope you learned some interesting points from what Ramit shared with us. Evaluate those points and see what can work for you and then implement them in your business. And thanks for listening to this episode of Growth Reset Podcast. I'm Raza. Subscribe to this podcast for more such interesting episodes coming soon. Keep learning, keep growing. Bye.